Mrs. Sanom Chayapet is an elderly people with mobility problems, and there are 14,000 disabled people in Kalasin who face barriers and accessing services. As a result of the average monthly income, the country has the fourth lowest poverty rate. Public transport is not enough. The staff had a workload is over 7 times of standard and a lack of support for other non-medical expenses. It's a challenge to create rehabilitation services for the elderly and the disabled with mobility problems. The system is comprehensive service and equalities. Through the cooperation of community-based rehabilitation (CBR), the concept of community-based rehabilitation has been applied to create a new perspective to change troubleshooting. From the original focus on service in the service hospital bed. Government officials are providing only bodies that do not cover every dimension and service cost is high. Innovation SUK Center has used strength of Isan people that is generous to develop a community development strategy to be a volunteer for community rehabilitation service by people in the community-based. Elderly and disabled people are dependent on existing relatives and volunteers. Using the word home is a synonym in Isan language, which means combination. This is the great way to set up SUK Center to be a collective point to cooperation combined applied to create happiness. Using material in communities to apply to take care of the target group to maximize the benefit. It's an innovation model of community rehabilitation in Thailand. During 3 years, they have been having 55 happy home centers covering all districts and has 550 volunteers who has responsible for rehabilitation of community, can take care of elderly and the disabled with mobility problems were 20,000 and 70% a year. And the number of times as high as 97,080 visits a year. It can save up about $970,000 in travel expenses. The elderly and the disabled have been receiving aid in the movement. An average is 3,300 people per year. And send information to agency to solve the problem, not just health. Is covered area of child service. In terms of reconditioning homes and environment, more than 205, value about $124,000. Employment of disabled people in community is 245 people that make income to disabled people worth up about $67,000. Special education, social integration, and cooperations that make empower the elderly and the disabled have no burdensome. The budget of the Provincial Disability Rehabilitation Fund is only $3,600 unit per year. The work of volunteer spirit with ownership sense and participation in all states of the local government organization is important to promote the establishment to access to health services. Receiving supported for government and public sector together, they mobilize and social force to work united together. Seeking, sharing, and learning that make the flow of knowledge management. An important success factor for the discovery. This is the process that is power from communities to social public. It's a process of enhancing the quality of life of vulnerable people to give them to be equal human dignity as the happiness of Kalasin people.
ไหวไปใครไหวนอนอยู่ก็เสียงเลยที่นี่ก็ตัวนี้เลยสักหน่อยครับแค่เข้าห้องน้ำหรือไป